Hello. Welcome, everybody. It's time for Beyond Unapologetic with me, Cort Lo. Welcome to the show. Glad you're here. Hope you've had a great week. I know I'm a little late, but don't worry about all of that. I'm here. I have things to do. I had to go see my cousin nephew. Okay, so when I had said that, let me explain what that is. So my aunt is only 18 months older than me. So I consider her like a sister. We sisters. So even though that's my aunt and that's my cousin, that's my nephew, because that's like my sister. So cousin nephew, not no crazy shit. Don't do that. Okay. And he had a Toy Story themed birthday party and we had a great time. I reconnected with my father and it was great. And I hope you guys have had a wonderful week. Oh, we're not going to skip past reconnecting with my father. That was amazing. Yeah. Oh, he looked so good. He's doing so good with himself. He got rid of that toxic lady. And we're not going to talk about her. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she was great in her own respect, whatever. But she didn't want me to have no relationship with my daddy. Because I was his first. You know what I'm saying? The old school stuff that just gets your whole family messed up. Oh, you kept me away from my daddy. Anyway, I know what it is. But my daddy and we're going to build our relationship while we still got time. And that's what we're going to do. Welcome to the show. I got gratitude for that. Whatever you have gratitude for, go ahead and say thank you. All right. I got a show for you. A couple things. I'm going to keep it short and sweet with you guys. But I'm not going to make that promise because it is how it is going to just be what it is. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we're going to be using NoteStream. Again, that's mynotestream.com to bring up my clips and everything that I've saved throughout the week. It is a platform where you can save everything on there, and it gives you clips so that you can see what you've saved, like clips of the images. It's called notestream.com. You can save your YouTube clips, your Instagram clips, your Thread clips, your TikTok clips, your Facebook clips, anything from a website, if whatever it is, it can all be saved on this platform. And then it allows you to create notes with it so that you can also just know what you want to talk about once you save it. And then, you can go back to it and reference it later. You're going to see me using it. I mean, I can give you a little demo if you want to, but if you want to see the demo on your own time, please go to www.mynotestream.com. You can see that going at the bottom of your screen along with that tip jar. That tip jar, I ain't begging, but if you want to give a little gift, I don't care if it's 50 cents. You know what I'm talking about? and every little bit helps, okay? And you can also scan that QR code that's up there on the screen. I'm gonna learn which way I'm supposed to point and everything. So it's up there on the screen. If you want to scan that, that'll also get you to mynotestream.com. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Thank you for joining me again. Okay. All right, guys. So let's see. What are we going to start talking about today? As you can see, what the title is, we're just going to go ahead and talk about her first because I want to get her out the way. I have so much more important things to talk about that it's not even like pressing. So let's just get Cheyenne Bryant out the way because I'm not calling you doctor, girl. What a doctor is. Where is it? Where is it? I don't care about you for real. Because you know what I'm saying? Because I already knew what was up. You're a pretty girl with a nice body and a gift of gab. You can get whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? So I already knew why you was up here on these people's platforms telling people about relationships that you're not actually good at. Where's the proof? Where's the proof you're single? Giving relationship advice. I mean, I'm not saying you. No. You're single giving relationship advice as if you were married or in a relationship, girl. And that's never been the truth. You've been in a relationship with people, but as far as I know, people ain't been in a relationship with you. You know what I'm saying? That's a little different. I don't know why anybody would listen to you for real. And I can't say that I've actually listened to you so that I actually have the knowledge of what you be talking about because I don't care. I don't want to care. I don't care what you're talking about. I already know you got some stuff. I already know you got some stuff going on with you. I don't have my master's and my bachelor's degrees up behind me yet. I mean, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But if anybody ever tried me, like the internet is trying you, all I gotta do is show the document, show the thing that came in the thing with the thing on it, and then the signature, and it say that you had got this degree. I have a few of those. I do, and I'll just pull it out if anybody question me. MBA, bachelor's in health and administration, whatever, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. It don't matter because that does not define me any longer. But it doesn't define me. But you built your platform on the fact that you was a doctor. And now you mad because people saying, where is the doctorate? Where is it? But this is what you decided to do on our internet, on Beyonce's internet, on soon to be my internet. This is what you decide to do. And I'm just trying to figure out, what were you thinking? Because I would have just been quiet. Everybody was already quiet. Nobody else was talking about you. We had kind of let it go. But it seemed like you didn't let it go. It seemed like you still wanted us to talk about you. And I'm trying to figure out why, girl. Did you think it was going to be like everything that you wanted? You thought we was going to be like, okay, cool. No, girl. That's not what we're doing. Why don't you do this? Oh, sorry, guys. Hold up. What's happening? Why is this so small? I mean, I don't mind it, but what is this? I don't want to see this. I don't want to see that. Y'all about to tip me off. Okay, we'll just play that. And I can't hear now. Hold on. Can y'all hear that? Oh. It says, when Netflix does a documentary on Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, episode 1 will ask, is she really a doctor? Episodes 2 through 10 will investigate why complete, jealous, envious haters tried to prove she wasn't. Okay, who are the haters? Am I considered a hater because I also want to see your credentials? You actually say you give sessions to people, but you're not credentialed. It's not just a piece of paper. It's to make sure you know what you're doing and that you can be held accountable if you ruin someone's life. You can be held accountable if people end up like you, girl. but you don't want that accountability. That's why you got that robe off of Amazon. Everybody already showed the receipts. You got it off of Amazon, girl. Just please be quiet, okay? Just if you don't have anything to add to the conversation, not this. I mean, like add to the conversation, like show your degree. Just be quiet. It's not hard to do. And you know what happens? It's people like this that have gotten by through life on their looks and their looks. So there's no substance there. And I'm not saying she might not be a good mom. I mean, not a mom. Hopefully, she's not a mom. Like an auntie, a cousin, a sister. I'm not saying like she's not like a good person because I don't care enough to know if she's a good person. But to me, the delusion is real because she didn't come up here and say, "Here's my degree, y'all." She said, "I'm gonna put on this Amazon robe that is meant for the Department of Education. Even though I said I have a degree in psychology, I'm gonna put this on and I'm gonna be like, oh, what y'all asking me for, y'all haters? Y'all haters, because I got this off of Amazon for $100. Y'all hating. Why are you hating? Girl, bye. I don't even care anymore. But I know that you guys care. But I don't. I just really find it hilarious that you would use that type of privilege that you have to do this dumb stuff. It's just dumb, girl. Are you 16 and dumb? Uninformed? This is some 16-year-old type behavior to me. When you got to prove to your little girlfriends, like, oh no, I have it. It's real. My bag is real. Look at it. And you still know your mama got that from Burlington, girl. You know that's not real, girl. Stop. It's a good knockoff. But even this is not even a good knockoff. You didn't even get the right colors, girl. Now you're trying to make me think it was broke because I would have hired somebody to make sure I at least would have got the right doctorate robe for psychology. But what do I know? You make way more money than I do. Way more. So, you can do whatever you want to, girl. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you, girl. But you can slide some of that little Delulu over here. Maybe I can try to make a couple of coins too. Or girl, show the degree. Okay, that's all we want. Mm-hmm. That is all that we want. So, what you might need in your life, since you may not be able to provide that degree we're looking for. Sorry, y'all, shaking the table. You might be able to provide yourself a little self regulation. You know what I'm saying? Because you seem to not have that. So we're just going to go back to the Insta and we're going to talk about self regulation and how this can actually help you in your life. Okay. Like, let's just stop pretending and let's try to understand where we're actually coming from. I wish I could figure out how I can like rewind the videos that I'm watching back to the back, but it doesn't show up like it shows up on the phone. So I guess I'm just gonna have to like try to do this on a trial run and like while I'm recording instead of live. Hopefully it works, everything works the same. But I'm gonna see if I can get her to start over. No. See the way Instagram be working, like when you go back, it doesn't start over, does it? Okay, here we go.
Say you can't control. What people do, you can't control. But you can control you. And when you learn that self regulation, when you learn how to pause before you even respond to what anybody says or does, you are the most powerful person in the room. You are the most powerful person in your circle because you're no longer being controlled by other people. Folks, it took me about 35 years to learn this, but when you can control your own mood, when you no longer react and you learn how to respond, man, that's power. You got this. Remember, you are the thermostat, not the thermometer.
Did you hear? You are the thermostat, not the thermometer. You are the only person that can control you. Cheyenne Bryant, just chill. You worry about you and your degree. Don't let these people be out here pressuring you, girl. It is okay. Of course, it's never going to probably be a life where my child does not interrupt me. He is rude as hell and he don't care. But this is his house. So he can kind of do what he wants to. But you see how I'm self-regulated? I'm not going to get mad. I'm just gonna keep it moving. And y'all just gonna have to deal with it. It'll be the same if I had a toddler run around here crying or whatever. I'm gonna try to go live while they sleep, but sometimes they might wake up. So it's just gonna be what it is. We got people outside moving around. He's gonna bark at everybody. He's a protector. He's a protector. Okay? Y'all might not be familiar with having protectors in your house, but he's a protector. Okay. Thank you, baby. All right. So thank you, ma'am, Dr. Troy Lee. Dr. Troy Lee. Thank you so much for that information. Y'all go ahead and give her a good follow. I love seeing her pop up on my page, giving me good inspiration to get my days going. You know what I'm saying? Keep my weeks going, my years flowing. You understand? So y'all don't miss up on that. That is self-regulation. And like I was saying, Cheyenne, get regulated, girl. Get regulated. It's not supposed to be that hard. Okay. Um, and if you keep on acting like you're acting, Cheyenne, you're gonna end up in a nursing home. Did y'all see? Did y'all see how Stephen A. Smith's daughter told him he was gonna go to the nursing home because she tired of him? I don't think she was joking. Stephen A. is an asshole, a big one. And I don't think she was joking. I think he thinks she was joking. But I think if he watched this back, he was like, was she joking? I don't think she was joking, guys. You tell me, what do you think? And are you going to send your parents to a nursing home? I mean, like, if it's affordable, are you going to do that? Or are you going to care for them? I mean, like, care for them. If you had a parent like Stephen A. Smith, can you imagine? It doesn't matter that he has money, that he's had a career. He's a narcissistic, misogynistic, fake ass alpha male. And I don't even like alpha males. Like, I don't even like using that terminology, but I'm saying fake ass alpha male because he thinks he's an alpha male and he's not. He's just a male that knows stuff about stuff. And then he be talking all that stuff. I remember when I first started watching Stephen A. back in like the early 2010s and the teens when he was on ESPN and everything with Skip Bayless. And they had that show together. I can't remember what the name of it was. But I used to watch it enough. And I used to be like, do he have like word of the day? Because I swear he would learn a word a day and then he would use that word the whole show. And I was like, when I started noticing like he was just picking words that probably popped up on his phone from an app that he downloaded that tell him this is the word of the day and then he use it all the show. And I was like, he don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. It was just something about it. But anyway, I'm gonna let you hear what his daughter had to say because I just think it was kind of like, was she being honest? I think she was. And like I said, y'all, don't hold me too long. It gets better throughout the show, okay? Like, just be careful. Just be calm. Be calm. Be patient.
House. My
You really are on drugs.
Stephen A. Smith's daughter says she plans on putting him in a nursing home when he's older. I would love you from a distance. This is coming from Rap House TV. Um, and his daughter's name is Samantha Smith. And as far as I know, Stephen is no longer married. I'm pretty sure she's going house to house, or she's in college, or she's about to be in college. But the girl seems to have a good head on her shoulders. I've seen her in other clips, and she really did be giving him the business. And I think people find it entertaining because she's beautiful, and Stephen doesn't seem to really take it seriously. But I think she's serious. I really think she don't like him that much. She can love him. I don't think she like him. I know she loves her dad, but she don't like him, y'all. Why? Just what? Y'all can tell she don't like him. She roasts him every single time she get in front of his millions of followers, and he plays it off like he's not bothered. But I know she be getting under his skin. I know, but he's so hyper masculine that he dismisses her anyway. Henceforth, wherefore out thou, she said, I'm gonna put you in a nursing home. Okay, we're gonna see who's funny. We'll see who's funny.
You need to find me more clothes. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much to build. Like how you said, you're still going up. We can go up together. This doesn't have to be a you thing. It can be a we thing.
And then when I'm older and I have nothing,
nursing home,
and I need you to take care of me,
nursing home,
you can't do that.
Nursing
You're not
home.
going to do that.
2 words, Dad.
Nursing home. So you'd put your dad in a nursing home.
Nursing home. Well, what else would I do? Take care of you myself?
How about that? Or put me in your home and have 24-hour nursing assistant.
In my house?
Yeah, why not?
With my kids? And my car? And my husband? And my pool? In my guest room?
I'm just your dad.
Exactly.
The one that made it all possible.
I would love you from a distance, Dad. You know I love you from a distance. We better that way. You my heart.
We better that way. I think she's being serious, you guys. I think she's being serious. I mean, by all means, I love my daddy. I've always loved him. We've had a very estranged relationship. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't give him no passes. He know that. But we're older now. He's older now. And it's kind of just like, hey, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do to make up for it, nothing, whatever. And it was kind of probably good that he wasn't a part of my life while he was going through all his shit. You know, he wasn't always just like great. Like I knew that. Both of my parents was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Not kind of, but yeah. You know, they both had their addictions. They both had me very young. So the whole trajectory of their lives changed at 17 and 18. So even though I've not experienced that, like having a child at 17 or 18, but I know that has to be crazy. It's like you brought a life into this world and y'all are just still kids yourself, like craziness, right? So you let people live their life path and they do what they do. But as a child to people, you're gonna be collateral damage. It's gonna come to you because you're the closest thing to them. So anything that they're going through, it's gonna come down on you and it's not gonna feel good. And if they were doing great things, then the collateral the collateral would be good, but it wasn't great. It was bad stuff. So the collateral was bad. You know what I'm saying? Went through a lot, dealt with a lot, but one parent was doing great, the other one was still messing up, and then the other parent was doing great, and the other one was messing up. And it's kind of just like, you know what, I'm gonna meet you where you are at this point in time because you don't have any effect on my life per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't pay my bills. I don't ask you for nothing. Nothing you do affects me. Nothing as like we're that far apart, unfortunately, but that's just what the truth is. So when you have a parent like Stephen A. Smith, who has probably been very overbearing but not nurturing, just narcissistic, like everything is about him and his image, and you have to grow up in that. Like you can't do anything to embarrass him. You better not. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't seem like the type that would give you the opportunity to do that. So you've probably been walking on eggshells your entire life, and he's talking about after you've lived under his roof and then you get freedom that you're supposed to bring him under your roof so that he can continue to wreak havoc. I think not. And he doesn't seem like he understands that he could be very demanding. I'm pretty sure. Like I'm not in our household, of course. This is all hypothetical, allegedly. Hey, everything I say in this is allegedly. It's all my opinion, which can change at any time. Even though I try to stay consistent, but hey, this might be AI, and I might be a download. I'm an NPC. Like whatever. Don't listen to me. All right. It's not real. It's nothing factual. Okay. I'm just talking. Whatever. This is all educational. I mean, all entertainment. Freudian slip. Sorry, y'all. But I don't think she's gonna bring in that type of drama into her household when she's older because just everything that she done dealt with. And Stephen A. Smith has enough money where he can actually go to a nursing home and it'll be like a paradise. He would just be able to play golf all day and talk to the cracks that he wanted to talk to and be up their butt like he'd been wanting to be up their butt because that's what he'd like to do. So yes, drop him off at the whitest nursing home you can find and let him chill with his people. Because that's ultimately what he liked to do. I'm not fooling with Stephen A. I agree with Sam. Put him in the nursing home, girl. Put him in the nursing home. Look at that face. Put him in the nursing home. He'll be all right, girl. He'll be all right. All right. That's what y'all need to do. Put y'all problematic parents in a nursing home. I'm not going to sit up here and condone somebody coming into your house while you grown and still trying to mistreat you. They better have little shit to learn. Shoot. What you out here being nice to your kids for if you have them? Because then they gonna take care of you. But you know what y'all don't have? Y'all don't really have no control over that, parents. You have a less likelihood of being abandoned no matter where you are. Because you can be in somebody's house and not at a nursing home and be abandoned, honey. So you just need to make sure your relationships are right with your kids. So you don't have to worry about that at all. Right? That's the lesson, Stephen. Be nicer, sir. Okay. So, let's switch gears. Do you guys like to go on cruises? I've never been on one. That's one of my goals before I'm 45, but I'm not really gonna like put a time on it, but it's kind of just me setting like parameters of like goals that I kind of want to have by the time I'm 45. And I think I want to go on a cruise. I'm not sure because I don't really know how I feel about being trapped on a boat and I can't go nowhere. Like if something happened, and let me send on these documentaries about shipwrecks and then the poisoning, y'all food and the cytoplasmisms and all of that stuff that be coming off. I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to get sick. I don't want people pooping on in my cabin. I don't want to have to walk through sewage. I don't want to have to do nothing. I also don't want to have to eat forks off of forks. I don't want to. I don't want to have to eat off of silverware that like other people use, and they're not really using it the way that it was intended to be used, and so I don't know. This scared me worse than the poop. It scared me worse than the poop, guys. And I don't know what y'all really want me to do about it. But you tell me how you feel. And are you gonna start ordering your own personal utensils? I mean, I asked for plasticware, but I'm really gonna be asking for it now, for real. Like for real, for real. Like, no, you're gonna have to start using your own plasticware, your own silverware, the little kits you get at Amazon and wherever. Just carry your own stuff. You ready? I had to see it, so here you go.
A woman use a restaurant fart to spread fungus. Y'all, I had to go find this video. If this ain't the nastiest I done seen this year, like, how is this okay? And let me tell you something. Don't you ever in your life ask me again why I go to restaurants and ask for plasticware. I only got microplastic in it. I don't give a
No.
because I'm pretty sure this lady didn't take that fork and throw it in the trash. I know if you nasty enough to scrape your foot like that at a restaurant, you didn't throw that in the trash. When you got done with, you put that bitch back on the table. They tuck it in the bag, rinse that out with some water, and put it back out there for somebody else to eat with it. I think she should be banned.
Now, how in the world?
And for the person recording this, what did you do? Like, did you? I hope you might have went to the people and said, "Hey, throw that away. Get rid of everything on that table. Throw the table in the trash.
Throw the boat in the trash, okay? Because that's nasty. You nasty, low down helper. I I want to slap the pure D shit out of you. That is disgusting. I know I done had an itchy foot once. I ain't take no fork and do that. That's nasty. You dirty hoe. I'm sorry. This pissed me. I was mad. I put my phone down. I didn't want to look at it. I was mad. And then I was like, is this the rest of what is she? Where's she at? And found out she was on a cruise, girl. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you couldn't, it's a cruise. We stuck here with you and that nasty fork with your nasty ass. So I think somebody did report her because we got the follow up, okay? Because the cruise ship said, "Oh hell no, you not doing this to me." The cruise ship said, "We got a statement," and I said, "Well, I'm glad y'all had something to say." Oh, I figured it out, y'all. Y'all gonna love me. See, it gets better throughout the show. That's why you gotta stay. And every time I come on, I'm learning new stuff. And then I have to remember the stuff I learned every time I come on because it'll be a week later. And so, you know how my brain be working. I have to, remember what I had remembered, what I had learned. So just stick with me. It's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. Okay. Y'all ready? Carnival is gonna tell you their response, okay? And then we'll see if it makes any sense. We'll see if it means if it's gonna, suffice. Is it gonna suffice, guys? All right, so it says, "Hi, Carnival cruisers. We can confirm that forks are intended for food, not foot care. Once we became aware of the situation, our team quickly addressed it with the guest and removed the utensil from service. While the video may be generating laughs and gasps online, cleanliness and hygiene are no joke to us. Our crew works hard every day to maintain high standards across our fleet." Who put feet in there and crossed it out? What kind of shit is that? Our fleet, and ensure all guests enjoy a safe, clean, and comfortable vacation. See you on board. That wasn't funny because y'all just said y'all was not making jokes about it. And did you just try to make a joke? Did you put feet in that comment? I didn't want to see that. That's not funny. You don't do that. I mean, I'm not like, oh, it's not funny. No, it's not funny. But why'd you do that? You said you wasn't trying to make a joke about it, but you did. Now I don't believe you. Is the joke now you put the back in rotation? Did you put the fork back in rotation? I'm not going on no cruises. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. They said that person should be banned from all Carnival cruises. I don't find that video funny at all. Oh my God. That's why I don't really be trying to go to hotels and stuff like that no more. Because once I woke up, girl, I was like, hundreds of people be in here. I don't even like to share my own home shower. If me and my life partner could have separate showers, like in the same shower, I would be happy. I don't care about that shit. I want a separate bathroom, sink, shower. I want my own germs on my own. I mean, I don't mind exchanging germs with her when it's appropriate, but when I'm showering and stuff, just like when she's showering, you want your own germs. And then that way it can get as germy as I want it to get. And I don't have to be considerate of how germy you don't want it to be because it's going to be germy. And then you just worry about your own germs. Like, what's wrong with that? So I think everybody should have just individual stuff. What do you guys be doing? Because I know there's this girl on here, when she be going on here, she be going on cruises and she be having like her own disinfectant sprays and sheets and towels and everything. Do y'all do that? Because I feel like if I have to do that to go travel, I might as well stay my ass at home. I gotta take a whole closet of laundry stuff. Like, why? Y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better. Ban this hoe from all cruises, airports, schools, restaurants, everything. Just ban her. She don't need to go nowhere but in her house. That's atrocious. That's atrocious, lady. I wish you 2 years of dry coochie because that's horrible. You don't do that. Don't do that. 2 years of dry coochie because that was nasty. I hope it's so dry when you pee it don't get moist, ho. That was nasty. Stinking ass. I'm sorry. I was so mad. I'm sorry, y'all. Speaking of being so mad, what's wrong with y'all in this story about the woman who found this 20-year-old man under her 13-year-old daughter's bed and she shot him and him did not survive? Why are y'all on here talking about the little girl was fast? Are y'all PDFs? Because that's crazy. A 20-year-old man snuck into a 13-year-old little girl's room in her apartment, in the mom's apartment and the apartment where she lived, and he snuck in there. Snuck. Because you know he's not supposed to be there. And then hid. Because the little girl didn't even know that her mom had cameras up. So mom's out at 1:30 in the morning, whatever she out for, whatever. I don't agree with that either. If she's already proven she hasn't been able to be trusted, which you're going to understand because the story is the mom told the little girl, don't have nobody in my house or I'm going to shoot her. So that must mean little girl been having people at her house. It may not been people, may have been him. So that means mom already said, hey, don't let it happen again. Or I'm going to shoot him. Little girl said, my mom will never do anything like that. Mom sure enough did. And y'all aren't here talking about she fast. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all definitely don't protect little girls. It's always our fault, right? When I was little, I was like, it's my fault. All of the things that happened to me, I didn't say anything because I was conditioned to believe it was my fault. My shorts was too short. My shirt was too tight. My pants was up. I mean, why was it my fault that grown men were touching on me? I can't tell you that, oh, I ain't gonna say nothing right now, but such and such did this and this. And you can look at me like, well, what was you doing over there? Wow. That doesn't make anybody feel safe, you guys. That makes us feel ashamed. It makes us feel like, what do you mean? I cost this on myself just for being who I am. And you guys are not giving this adult person the opportunity to take any kind of accountability. It's the child's fault. And then y'all want to go and say, oh, he was special needs. Special needs how? Special needs how? He couldn't have been that special needs if he knew to hide and to sneak. Those types of skills are usually left to people who have some kind of smarts. May not be intelligent, but you got some kind of smarts. You know how to sneak. Special needs. The teacher came out and said, yeah, he was in my class because he was probably bad, girl. I know when I was in school, special needs meant you was getting on the teacher nerves too much. Special needs was you wasn't conforming to the class aesthetics. Like you wasn't conforming. Special needs was you come in with BO and we're trying to talk to your parent because they're not making sure you bathe. So now you in the class with the kids who be licking the wall. So, I mean, that's not special needs. That's need more attention. But not from a 13-year-old girl. That's not what we're going to do. I don't care what he looked like. He was 20. She was 13. Okay? I'm going to let y'all see for yourself because it just really just hurt my feelings that this girl is not having us. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully somebody has wrapped their arms around her and told her she is valuable and loved and that is not the way that you should be trying to seek love because something has to be happening in the household where she feels like she needs to go and seek the attention from somebody who's 7 years her senior, who she definitely shouldn't be talking to. at all, not in no sexual kind of way at all. Like, it just shouldn't be happening. There should be red flags. There should be in her core, no, this is wrong. Nobody should be talking to me like this. Um, but she doesn't have those guardrails because obviously she's not being nurtured in that way. She's not being cared for in that way. And I don't know what the mom went through, why she's not able to provide that for her daughter, but apparently it's not being provided. Apparently that child is lonely. That child needs some love, some nurturing. That child needs to be hugged and told that they mean something so that they're not out there looking for it from the wrong people. Been there, done that. I was 13, 14, 15. You can call it what you want to, but I was being 13, 14, 15, and the men 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Come on, y'all. They liked hanging around the bus stop. They liked saying, "Hey, you don't got to go straight home. Come over to my apartment." I'm talking about giving drugs to little girls. I wasn't the only little girl over there. I was the only little girl who was like, I probably shouldn't be here, but unfortunately, it was kind of like better than being at home. I wanted to fit in. I wanted to have a crowd. I wanted to be a part of a crowd. I wanted to be a part of the crew. I wanted to be with the kid, like with the kids. I wanted to be out there. And in the apartment complex, there were grown men who entertained little girls. We were little girls in high school, 13, 14, 15-year olds hanging out with 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23-year olds in a house, in an apartment while they're selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, we probably were smart enough to know, like, we probably don't need to be here because, when they say, "Hey, what you doing here? Are you the feds?" Do you know what I mean? You more worry about the feds than the fact that I'm a minor in your house. Thought they was being set up. I guess because I was tall and I was I was I was developed, but you could tell I was 13. Like, you could tell I was 13. You could tell I was 14. And I'm saying this because I did have the love and nurture from my grandmother who I was living with at the time, but she was working 16 hours a day sometimes, most times 12 hours. So I was on my own. I went to school by myself. I went home by myself after school. I was a latchkey kid. I had a lot of freedom. Whether she wanted me to have that freedom or not, I had the freedom. And I was doing what I wanted to do. But I was a child. Those men were grown. Whether they were teenagers themselves, 18, 19, 20, 21, they were grown compared to my 13-year-old self. They knew better. It doesn't matter how well I speak. It doesn't matter if I have some kind of whatever about myself. I'm a child. I'm a child. And I'm looking back on a lot of stuff as I approach 40, and I'm just like, whoa. I'm glad I'm here, that I'm alive, because I see so many men who kill children for talking or like they're going to expose them or something. I didn't even have the wherewithal to be like, I'm going to tell an adult on you because I didn't know it was wrong. I had already been violated. So it's like, I thought I was doing okay. I thought I was doing okay. I was like, as long as I don't get in trouble, I'm good. But I was in trouble. I just didn't get in trouble like with the law or anything like that. But I was in trouble. I should have never been in those kind of environments. But for the fact that y'all are sitting up here blaming the child, who hurt you? And when are you going to go get some help about it? Because you should not be blaming the child in any kind of capacity. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, guys. I'm gonna just let you let this lady talk, and then we're gonna move on. with the black mom who shot and killed the 20-year-old black man who was hiding under her 13-year-old daughter's bed is bringing a very important conversation to the forefront that the black community has got to have, which is that for a lot of us, black men and women included, y'all only think about and are in support of the consequences and downfall of pedophilia when the creeps in question aren't black. Soon as the creep in question looks like us, your tune changes, and now you're wanting to point fingers at everybody else but the creep in question. Now it's, well, the mama should have called the cops. Now it's, well, the daughter was being grown, and not the fact that a 20-year-old man snuck into their house and hid. What's wrong with y'all? And this is honestly genderless because y'all treat black women pedophiles the same way. Y'all will know the lady up the street is kind of funny with boys, and y'all will still send your boys up the street. The way that our community treats
it don't gotta be boys she messing with. I got assaulted by a female babysitter one time.
pedophilia, the way our community treats predators amongst the youth really concerns me. And the fact that y'all are quicker to point fingers at this 13-year-old than the 20-year-old that knew better is blowing me, because I did not see this much questioning of the child in question when we were discussing the Epstein files. Huh?
Sure didn't. Y'all say release the files. And y'all still was doing that, even when it came out that it was a couple of celebrities, black celebrities, Jay-Z, Alicia Keys. I think a bunch of them people got named. Allegedly, they was in the files. I don't know. And allegedly, they was in the files. And y'all was like, no, couldn't be. Like, y'all are like the black. Hold on, let me put myself back up here. The solidarity of being black has to end when people are doing fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? When you're molesting children, it's no longer protect the blackness. You are a molester. And I don't care what color you are. I'm gonna turn you in. I'm gonna tell on you. I'm gonna tell on you. If I feel like it's gonna make a difference, I'm gonna tell on you. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all be protecting the wrong people. You gotta protect the child. What is happening? You guys have like life really confused to the point where I'm so scared for these kids out here, because y'all really treat them like accessories. And then when they don't do what you want them to do, like they're some kind of pet, you mistreat them. They're not pets. I have pets. I don't have any children. I don't have any little humans that I'm raising to be big humans, like good humans, smart, intelligent, compassionate, empathetic, loyal, disloyal to the bullshit humans. That's what you guys are supposed to be raising. I don't get it. And I don't think I ever will. It's not for me to get or understand because there's no reasoning for it. It's disgusting. Okay? Can we stop it? Can we give a lot of it, all of the empathy to the children? Do I feel bad that, or do I think that she should have handled things differently? I don't know, because I'm not in that situation. All I know is that lady found a grown man under her daughter's bed. Yes, he was walking away. He had to be walking away in order for her to get him in the back of the head. But, I mean, he just shouldn't have been there. He just shouldn't have been there. And that's really all I have to say. It wouldn't have happened if he hadn't been there. You can't say, oh, she should have shot him in the knee or in the leg. She should have shot him in the ass. Guess what? He shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been there. So it doesn't matter what she should have did. He should have never been there. And then it's the end of the discussion. Because would it have been better if he would have been left alive and she shot him in the dick? Because then he'd be alive, but he have no dick. Which, I'm all good for. Would that have been better, guys? He would be alive. He would be alive. But you know what? Even being dickless, he could still hurt a child. So that's the way that cookie crumble, honey, because I don't know what y'all want me to say about it. I bet he won't do it again. I bet he won't do it again. I don't care. Clip it. I'm not taking it back. Because I didn't say nothing that wasn't factual. I said, I bet he won't do it again. Okay? All right. Now I'm going to go through last couple of topics real quick. I ain't going to hold y'all for too much longer. Thank you guys so much for staying here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see me again so I can show up on your page. Come on, like and subscribe. Thank you for staying. I hope you're enjoying yourself, guys. I really do. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to be a little bit more succinct and everything and what I'm doing. And I hope you guys are just really just enjoying the show. Okay? All right. My eyebrows look so cute, y'all. I found this little tattoo stuff that you can put on it and it look cute. I'm sorry. Okay. Then I don't have no brand deal. I don't have no brand deals right now. But if somebody was like, give her a brand deal on some glasses and some eyebrow tattoos and some lipsticks, I'll wear it. Cause that's me. I got you. Where the Zulu? Zulu, what's up? What's that? I don't know where the lipstick come from, but I know if y'all tell me, y'all should know. And this too. Just know that this and this came from that TikTok shop, but I ain't telling no brands until I can get one. You know what I'm talking? I know I look cute, y'all. I'm so cute. I'm on your TV screen. When I was little, I said, I'm going to be on TV. I didn't know it was going to be like this. But it's supposed to be exactly like this because I won't never work for no Hollywood. I ain't sacrificing nobody. Illuminati over here. No. Anyway. I saw this cute little post about people actually being grown at 32. Not 18, not 25, but 32. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense to me because you're not grown at 18. Ain't no way. But you don't know that until you're 25. You know that you wasn't grown at 18. And then you don't know that you wasn't grown at 25 until you almost 35. So 32, I feel like that's a good age. They'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm grown now. At 32, for real. I think you should have got past the hoeing phase, the stupid phase, the I'm just out here being reckless phase. You should be done with that when you enter your third decade of life. So third decade in 2 years, I feel like that's legitimately when you should know better, right? So I'm thankful for this post because I'm about to be 40. So technically, I've only been grown for 8 years, and that actually tracks because the way my financials are set up, it seemed like I only should been kind of knowing how this stuff works for like 8 years. It makes sense. It makes sense. I'm in 8th grade with financial literacy. It make a little sense. Like I'm getting better, but they messed up my credit when I was like 18. Mm-hmm. Then again at 21, and then again at 40. I mean, I'm not 40 yet. I repeat, I don't want that to happen. Again at 30 something, but it's okay. I bounce back every time, and I'm gonna bounce back again. So y'all don't worry about that. That's me. So don't worry about that. Okay. But being grown at 32, I think that's legitimate. What do you think? I'm gonna let you hear this, and then we're gonna talk about what you might think about it. Well, what I might think about it after I talk about it with y'all. Let me get there. Let me get there. I wish when I came here, it would just start the video until I say stop the video. Instagram. I'm trying. Some of y'all make this stuff look so easy. Goodness. It's not, y'all. It take a lot of coordination and patience. Y'all ready?
32 bitches. 32. 32.
You being made to believe that you are an adult the day that you turn 18 is a complete capitalistic import. This is because the younger that you are, the more likely you are to get into unnecessary debt. Think about it. What system would profit off of you being able to make adult decisions before your brain has time to fully develop? The capitalistic system here in America. We have to really start asking ourselves, what is the true reason as to why we are being able to open bank accounts and get into debt so early? Oftentimes, with very little parent guidance, with very little community support, it is because the system only works when you are indebted to it. The American government doesn't want you to have adulthood by the age of 18. The American government wants you to be able to be an asset to them by the age of 18. Because if we had time to let our brains fully develop before we were able to make these very adult decisions, a lot of those same decisions wouldn't have been made. The American government knows this. They know that the younger that they funnel children into the system, the earlier that they will be able to collect money off of those same individuals, creating a cycle in which they are now indebted and stuck to the system. We have to start breaking down why the system works to be able to break down the system.
Adulthood starts at 32, bitches.
Period. Do you hear that? It's all been a trap the whole time. It's all been a trap the whole time. They don't teach finance in school. They teach you all that bullshit that's not even real. But they don't tell you how to actually be a productive adult in this country that they built on their scamming ass shit. They're scamming us and they don't want you to learn. Or else every school, middle school, would have a finance class. Financing should start in middle school. I mean, it just should be, this is what credit is. This is what stocks are. This is what retirement is. This is what whatever this fund is. This is how you do a trust fund. This is how you, like, it should just be built on and built on and built on starting from middle school when kids actually start realizing the value of money. But no, y'all don't do that. You got to be rich to get them classes because that's all y'all care about. Rich. And I went to school in North Atlanta, so it's supposed to be some kind of charter school. We're supposed to be really cool and all of that with the good education and all that. And they did have a couple of finance classes, but not until you were a senior. And then it had to be like an elective. So if it wasn't like you weren't like on a certain grade point average, you couldn't even take the class, which is crazy. Because how smart you are shouldn't have anything to do with how financially responsible you can be or knowledgeable. Like, I feel like a lot of people would have made much better decisions in life if we would have had those classes. And you know why they don't do it is because if we would have actually known how detrimental messing up your credit is, nobody would have got student loans. Nobody would have been to them institutions. So why would they tell you how to not give them money? Speaking of, I'm about to go put mine back into forbearance because I ain't paying it. I ain't got it. I don't. Where's it coming from? This goes into that logic of y'all talking about we living beyond our means. Y'all know who I'm talking about, the boomers. Not all of you, but a lot of you. You put us down so bad. And you talk about we don't know what we're doing with our money. Ain't no money. If I'm not living in your house, be happy. I'm not asking you for no money. Be happy. Because I don't understand how y'all don't understand. It's not the same. It's not the same as it used to be. Give us some grace. And $1,000. It'll help. You mean talking about you living in your means and I can barely fucking afford a carton of eggs and you talking to me? I don't even understand. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I had a couple other stories that I wanted to talk to you guys about, but I just want to kind of end on a positive note. I'm not even gonna do like my crime thing, which I normally do. I'm tired, guys. again, I'm tired. But I know I gonna gave y'all almost an hour. So cheers to me, because I could have said I hope you were glad to see me. I hope you were glad to see me. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. I might start coming in on Wednesdays, guys. Let's just see how my life is going. And I might give you some crime on Wednesdays. Okay? And when I do it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Because you know why? Because everybody be killing. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about how everybody be killing. And I might do that for you guys on Wednesdays. Okay? So we're just gonna see. We're gonna see. Anyway, we are going to end with, oh, you know what? Talking about the situation that I just got finished talking about, I got a video for you. I'll go ahead and show you the video. So I will let you know. I'm not saying nothing that's not true. I'm gonna let somebody give you the actual facts on how we can afford to live right now. And you guys keep on trying to make us seem like we're the bad guys, and we're not. We're not.
When you don't have a real job.
Right.
Do you think that's getting traction? Complaining?
Unfortunately, I do, because this generation, my generation, I hate to say it, Gen Z and those younger than me have been raised with just silver spoons in their mouths, just getting everything handed to them.
You two are so wrong. In the past 30 years, adjusted for inflation, the home prices have gone up 35%. The asking rent has gone up 35%. College for a 4-year state tuition has gone up 100%, and health insurance has gone up 150%. Yet real wages have only gone up 20%. And I'm using 20% based on the median, which is $64,000 today. Most Gen Zers are making about 50K. In fact, about 80 million Americans are making 50K. So if they're doing their health insurance, their 401K and taxes, they're walking away with $3,100. If they're renting an apartment with a roommate, it's $1,100 with utilities, $400 for groceries, $400 for student loans, $400 for a used car, $175 for car insurance, $150 for gas, $100 for cell phone and internet, and $100 for personal care, leaves them with $275 a month. And you wonder why they're complaining. In this example, they have no credit cards, no children, no pets, no travel, no vacation, no fun, no dining out, no door dashing, no Netflix, no HBO Max, nothing. And they're left with $275 a month. This is the reality of the people who are watching the news, hearing this shit. 100 million people are struggling. We're trying to help people make more money and get the wages up. So please stop getting on the news and talking down to an entire generation. If you are somebody who's never been broke or paycheck to paycheck after the pandemic, you don't know the pain that these people are in. And Jesse, if anyone from your team sees this video or people want to tag him, have me on for 5 minutes, Jesse. Let's have a civil conversation. Let's talk about the data, not the emotions of it, not left versus right, the data, the numbers, and the solutions that we can bring so that people can start being excited again.
They're in their 20s, and they've never had real.
Yeah, because I remember being in high school and I was like, oh my God. Okay, so let me tell you, I graduated 2005 technically. I got out in 2004, but back then I was like, oh my God, all I gotta do is find me a job, make me 50K, and I can get my $350,000 house, and I can get my white picket fence and husband and kids and whatever and all of that stuff when I was dumb as hell. Okay. The time goes by, I get the job. But by the time I get the job, I have to make now double that to just live. So I'm making almost $60,000 a year, and I'm barely making it. So I hop my happy ass on this internet, just like everybody else that I see. So I'm hoping that it does something. I hope that I can get something. I'm not trying to build a lifestyle off of it, but a little bit of income. If it comes, it comes. I'm doing this because I actually love to do it, but I am also kind of like, okay, if I can get some extra income in it, then for sure. I see why so many people have started to trust themselves and put themselves out there and see what they can do, because we have to take care of ourselves. We can't depend on anybody else to do it. They don't want to anymore. They're telling us we're lazy. They're telling us that we're not working. I have been working since I was 14 years old, and I'm about to be 40. And the longest time I've been without a job was like 3 months, since I was 14. Okay? Yes. Bagging groceries at Publix, working at Chick-fil-A. You know what I'm saying? Working for someone, filing papers. Like, I've always had a job. I've always been in school. I've always been giving into this society that doesn't want to give me anything. But I'm not going to play a victim in that kind of way because I'm going to continue to try to make my way. Okay. And that's all I can do. So, but I want you to know if you're watching this, don't feel bad if you are in financial straits. If you are having issues with your finances, you are not alone. You are not a failure. There's nothing wrong with you. The system is built to take from you and not to enrich you. So you have to do that on your own. Find your passion, do something that you love to do, and see if it can become lucrative for you. I'm not one to preach and say go get 2, 3 jobs because I'm not going to do that either. I don't have I don't want to be dead at 55 because I don't work 3 jobs trying to keep up with who? Yes, I want to go on vacation. Yes, I want to eat at really nice restaurants, but I'm not going to go out there and get 3 and 4 jobs to kill myself to do it. So when I get enough money and I can use my resources, my afterpays, your firms, your use them, your zips, use them so you can go and have fun and live instead of just surviving every day. Because if they were able to put you into that loop, you're going to stay in the loop. You're going to stay in a loop. I know a lot of us are just like, hey, if I could get a lump sum of like the minimum $20,000, I will be okay. It would just give me the boost that I need to get ahead. And we're all chasing that. So until it happens, you just got to keep on doing what you got to do. Put it on a payment plan. I don't care. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you, oh, that means you can't afford it. Who can afford what? Who can afford what? Because I know them people that are telling you don't do that if you can't afford it. Their credit is jacked. And if their credit not jacked, that's because they have the means to do all that bankruptcy stuff and then they can just restart and restart. That's what they be doing anyway, girl. Do not feel bad about your finances. Okay? Just start. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself and be happy with that. Okay? All the other extravagant stuff, it'll come when it's supposed to. And if you got to put on a payment plan, do it. Because, girl, them bills are still going to be there tomorrow. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I want you to have confidence in yourself. I want you to love yourself. I want you to stay true to yourself. I want you to be the reason that you're happy. I want you to be the reason that you're at peace. Don't let that be the responsibility of anybody else but yourself. Okay? Because over here, we are beyond unapologetic about everything. We're not apologizing for being ourselves. We're not apologizing for our opinions. Okay? Keep the faith. You'll be all right. I believe in you. All right, y'all. Thank you for joining me again. Have a great day. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to like and share. Comments. I want to hear from you. If you want to hear me talk about something, let me know in the comments. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.